where you live. This is 5 News This Morning.
Good morning and thanks for starting your day right here with 5 News This Morning. I'm Jay Plyburn.
Good morning, I'm April Baker. Let's take a look at some of the headlines we're following for you this morning.
Coming up, an Oklahoma community honors one of their own, the first American killed overseas fighting ISIS. We'll hear from his brother in just a minute.
Plus, on the eve of one county deputy announcing his re-election bid, documents reveal an investigation is underway. And good morning to all of you. Joe, are you going to check in with the weather?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. It is chilly out there this morning. Here's what the morning drive is going to be looking like for us. Cloudy skies, and we're going to see clouds increasing throughout the rest of the morning. The roads are going to be dry this morning, but look at these temperatures. We're going to range from the 30s to mid-40s. In fact, in Fayetteville this morning, we're seeing 30s, some of the coolest weather we've seen all season long. Notice out to the west, here come the clouds, here comes the showers through Oklahoma City. We are going to see some rain, but later on this afternoon, that's when we see our highest chance for some showers. Look at Fayetteville, 37 degrees this morning. Very chilly. We're looking at mainly mid-low 40s across northwest Arkansas. Very chilly weather this morning. You will need the coat heading out the door this morning and also the umbrella. Two things to take with you. 40s in the River Valley this morning. Those kids will also need to be packed with the coat for this morning and the umbrella. Coming home from school, we may run into some more showers this afternoon. We're also going to be taking a look at the forecast for tonight and tomorrow. The chance of rain is increasing, but I think the timing is going to work out for us for Halloween. We'll get to that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Joe, thank you. Breaking national news, the 2-year budget deal to avoid a potential government shutdown heads to President Obama's desk. The Senate passed the bill a few hours ago after ending a filibuster by Senators Rand Paul and Ted Cruz. This budget bill increases federal spending on defense and domestic programs and suspends another debt limit battle until March of 2017.
And returning to a local story you'll only see on 5 News, Roland honored Master Sergeant Joshua Wheeler last night. The American commando was killed by ISIS after a rescue mission in Iraq. 5 News reporter Amy Slanchik spoke with his brother and those who knew him.
Exactly 1 week after he died, Master Sergeant Joshua Wheeler was honored in his hometown near a monument where his name is engraved in stone.
He is my older brother, but I'm taller than him. But yeah, he's the big brother.
Before nearly 200 balloons were released, a local band sang a song titled Thank You.
He was a soldier, but I didn't realize he had all these compliments, all these achievements he's done. It just blows my mind that he's an American hero.
Wheeler died during a raid to free about 70 prisoners who were about to be executed.
I wish everybody could have known him.
Trey Moreland graduated with Wheeler from Muldrow High in 1994.
If you would have asked me 20 years ago, would he be the kind of man to do this, to give his life for everyone else, I'd say most definitely.
That's just how Josh was. He just wanted to take care of people.
Wheeler is survived by his grandparents, 5 siblings, his wife, and 4 sons.
Just hope his sons know how big of a hero he was.
Thank you, Master Sergeant Wheeler, for the sacrifice that you made and laying down your life for my freedom, for your freedom, and everybody in this country.
In Roland, Amy Slanchik, 5 News.
The family tells us he will be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. A date for the funeral has not been set. There will be a 21-gun salute in his honor at halftime during the Muldrow versus Sallisaw game tonight.
A developing story we're following from overnight. A grievance hearing is filed in Benton County, making several allegations against Sheriff Kelly Craddock. 5 News reporter Dylan Thomas explains.
In a 6-page document issued by an attorney, Benton County Deputy Robin Hold is asking for her title and pay grade to be reinstated. This after she said her refusal to bypass county policies resulted in a demotion and pay reduction. In the request for a grievance hearing, Holt claimed she was demoted after she refused to falsify county records. In the request, Holt claims Sheriff Kelly Craddock asked her to formally hire a man named Gabriel Cox, who she later says was living with Craddock. Holt claimed she notified the sheriff that she wasn't supposed to hire anyone who hadn't passed a physical or mental evaluation. Holt later says the sheriff required her to hire Cox and then tasked her with backdating pay to the week prior, when Cox was not an employee. After telling her supervisor she felt the requests were unethical and illegal, the incident was reported to the Arkansas State Police. The request says the sheriff threatened to force employees to take a polygraph test if they were linked to the incident being sent to the state police, saying, quote, Sheriff Craddock was irate about the investigation and immediately launched his own investigation to determine which employees were cooperating with the state police. For those reasons, Holt said she was demoted in rank and pay. In Benton County, Dolan Thomas, 5 News.
5 News did reach out to the Benton County Sheriff's Office for comment, but they have not issued a statement just yet.
While Craddock didn't comment on the investigation, he did announce his re-election bid for county sheriff. He made it public on his personal Facebook page yesterday. 4 other candidates are also vying to unseat Craddock from Benton County Sheriff. Yesterday, Major Sean Holloway said he will be running for the position. He is the operations commander at the sheriff's office. Elections take place next year.
Continuing our investigation in Benton County, a Centerton police officer is fired after illegal steroids were found in his car. According to city documents, Detective Colby Miser is accused of possessing a controlled substance. Arkansas State Police investigating to avoid a conflict of interest. Centerton City Attorney Brian Rabel tells us the steroids were not prescribed to him.
A major clothing store is opening its doors in Fort Smith today. Burlington Coat Factory will hold a ribbon cutting at 9:30 this morning in their new location behind the La Huerta on Rogers Avenue. They're located throughout the country, offering clothes up to 65% off department store prices. A news release states the store will hire around 75 people from the area. Tomorrow they're holding a family fun event.
Also happening today, Dixon Street will be closed for the Razorback Homecoming Parade and Pep Rally. The parade kicks things off tonight at 6:30 with the Spirit Squads, marching band, and of course the Greek floats there on Dixon. Right after that, the Homecoming Pep Rally. Organizers say the Homecoming Queen will also be announced there. Tomorrow's homecoming game will be Arkansas versus UT Martin. 5 News Sports Director Bobby Swafford joins us later in the show with more on all of that.
And if you live in Washington County, you can get a free flu shot today. The vaccines will be given at the Jones Center in Springdale starting at 8 o'clock this morning. The shots will be free for those without insurance. This is being hosted by the Arkansas Department of Health. That event wraps up at 6:30 tonight.
The FAA and NTSB are investigating a deadly plane crash in Russellville. The plane fell yesterday near the Russellville Regional Airport, killing 4 people. According to an FAA spokesman, the flight was destined for Knoxville, Tennessee. Pope County Sheriff says the 4 people were adults. They were the only ones on board. The sheriff says the names of those killed have not been released just yet.
The new GOP presidential frontrunner returns to the natural state today. Dr. Ben Carson is headlining a campaign rally at West Memphis High School tonight. According to the AP, his website says he's expected to talk about his vision for the country. Carson campaigned in Little Rock back in August. Political experts say the reason why so many presidential candidates are visiting Arkansas is because the state moved up their primary next year from May to March.
4:38. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, by the way. A live look outside in Fayetteville. Things are quiet for the moment. We are going to see an increasing chance of rain today, but not for the morning commute. It should be fairly quiet out there. Here's a live look in Van Buren overlooking the city of Fort Smith, where things are also moving along pretty well this morning. We have a lot to talk about coming up. We have some high school football games tonight that are probably going to be impacted by some showers. Tomorrow, though, we are going to wake up to a steady rain, but I think the weather's going to improve for us the further we get into the day. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Still to come, Halloween is tomorrow, and we've got some do's and don'ts when it comes to costumes.
Also on your screen is a list of events happening this week across the area. This is information from our community calendar. It's always available on 5newsonline.com. Make sure to submit your events over on our website as well. We'll be right back after this break.
You're watching 5 News This Morning, where more people get their news in the morning.